What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I've been to 45 countries around the world. I don't have TSA Precheck. I don't have global entry either. Am I missing out? What do y'all think? Is it worth it to put my thing down, flipping it? Welcome, new subs. You are coming to the channel at a very interesting point. I am about to reach my first major 1K milestone. So thank you for being here. I'm also about to reach my 100th long form video. It's a great time. I hope that you are going to enjoy the content that's coming up to celebrate. TSA Precheck, it started in 2013. It exploded in popularity, I would say, during COVID. Between the years of 2019, it was at 10 million, and by 2024, it had doubled to 20 million. And we're talking about active membership. In 2019, I did see a lot of the travel influencers pushing and talking about TSA Precheck, global entry, that you're not a great traveler if you don't have it. But at that time, 2019, I was living in China. This was right before COVID. I did not really see the use or the need to get it. Just to say that it's a flex, I didn't get that, y'all. Both of these programs, TSA Precheck and Global Entry, they are very US specific. So at the time, I did not think that it would benefit me to get it. I was navigating completely different airport systems in the East. When I returned to the US, it seemed like the secret was out. Everybody was getting TSA Precheck, Global Entry. I didn't have it. Did I really feel like I was missing out? I'd already developed my own travel rhythm that did not include using them. And I'm going to share those tools with you today. Point number 2 is that my home airport is relatively small. It is considered to be a major international airport. However, when I fly out, it's not stressful. You don't have TSA lines wrapped outside the door. I've been looking at some recent TikToks of Houston, I believe Denver, definitely New York, where passengers, and I know this is during spring break, there has been a lot of weather challenges. I always talk about how I don't travel during peak times. This is peak time, right? We are approaching spring. People are going hither, thither. They're going places for spring break. There's just going to be high traffic in these airports. Obviously, with the government situation, the TSA workers, a lot of them have not come into work. Honestly, I don't blame them. Like, it is an entire mess. I remember that I put a thread out that was saying, I don't have TSA Precheck, global entry. Everything is a mess right now. I hope everything gets resolved. Has it been yet? I'm not sure. I know that some travelers are going to say, well, I'm at a major airport and I'm able to fly out quickly. My TSA Precheck line wasn't long. Yeah, okay, but what about all the other hundreds that you see on the news? Is the news getting their information, their sources wrong? Like, come on, y'all. I'm not saying that the regular security line is going to be the same length as TSA Precheck. I'm just saying the regional, smaller airports typically aren't going to have this problem because not a lot of people are flying out from them. Also, I fly midweek. All right. A lot of times I'm not flying on the weekend. There's all of these different, you can call them tips, tricks, hacks that I use so that to this day, I don't really think that I need to have it. And I know what you're going to say. Wait, wait. And like I told you right now, a lot of these expedited lines are outside of the door. Why would I go there when there's so many other tools to use? It just does not benefit me for the way that I travel. Yes, I have been stuck in long airport lines before. I am thinking of Orlando, MCO. It is a family airport, but I love the way it is highly efficient and I like what they are doing. I don't know if you know about these free tools that let you bypass airport lines. Now, you still are going to have to wait a little bit. The TSA agents, they're going to have to check your information, of course. These tools are free. You don't need to go through a background check. You don't need to pay a $120 membership fee. I am talking about MCO Reserve. There's one in Seattle. It is called SEA Spot Saver at JFK. Terminal 4 has a reserved lane for passengers. They have their own reservation system. I love MCO Reserve. They are going to give you, actually all of these are going to give you a 15-minute window, and you arrive at your selected time. You are able to go right to the front of the line. I mean, Every time I'm at MCO, I'm like, why don't more travelers use this? Are they just not aware? It is so empty. My mind is blown. Of course, there's Clear. I used to use Clear when they were doing the free trials because I'm like, what am I paying for Clear for? I don't see the need, y'all. I don't see the need. You can book a specific time to go through airport security. It is actually great. Once you have selected your window, you're going to scan your QR code. They are going to ask you for it. So you're going to need to have your phone out, have it charged, have it ready to roll. And then you just go through security. I have timed it where it's been a total of 10 minutes. That's great. At MCO, that's high travel. You know, when you have a lot of families, they have a lot of luggage. It's just a lot going on. Sometimes people act like it's their first time being at an airport, existing. They don't know what to do in the line. So I like to bypass that sometimes. I'm able to do that with MCO Reserve. Shout out to y'all. Y'all's airport, I got to say it's my top 5. Y'all know I love Dallas, but I love what they are doing at the airport. After scanning my code, I walk into a much shorter security line every single time. It's amazing. Okay, so those are the airport reservation systems. Remember, those are free to use. And again, that's MCO Reserve, SEA Spot Saver, and there's JFK T4. The next one is going to be mobile passport control. And this is for international travel when you're returning to the US. I remember in one of my previous videos of Jamaica, I was talking about, oh man, what is it? It's their airport lounge. And I think one viewer commented, well, what about global entry TSA Precheck? And I was like, that does not apply when you are flying to Jamaica. Now, when you're going home, it is a benefit to have global entry because you get to bypass the line. But I've also bypassed the line with mobile passport control. Here's how this works. It is a free app from US Customs and Borders Protection. I'm looking up what it used to be called. Here it's saying it used to be called Mobile Passport. Now it is officially run by the CBP. So when you are returning to the US from your international destination, you need to have this already installed on your phone. This is an app, a free app. While the plane is going to the gate, you need to have it open. That's why I'm saying use your power bank, keep your phone charged on these planes. You open it up, you're going to take your photo, you have the questions to fill out, take a selfie, and then you submit your declaration. It is really easy to do, even if you're not tech savvy. And then once you get to immigration, you're going to see that they have a dedicated MPC line. Sometimes, you guys, I'm standing up there right next with the government officials or, whoever the fancy people are that are getting through customs first, because I was smart enough to use the mobile passport control app. In many cases, the line is just as fast. I've used it coming back from Mexico, I believe Jamaica. Right now, I'm thinking of all the countries I visited because I need to thank all of them. I'm about to reach this major milestone, y'all. This is something that I think many travelers need to use. It is completely free. It is basically like global entry. I've used it coming in from Europe. I like to fly from New York overseas I did Norway with Norse, and coming back, being able to use that global entry. Being able to use mobile passport control, it was a top tier experience, okay? The lines are going to be just as fast. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I think if you are going to be flying more than 3 to 4 times a year in the US domestically, that you might want to get TSA Precheck. It probably will be worth it for you, even global entry. If you're not traveling that much, why pay for it? Like, am I wrong? You guys let me know in the comments. Tell me, when is it going to be beneficial for me to use TSA Precheck? Maybe I should do it for a challenge when I reach 10K subs. And be like, okay, now let me just get it. Also, because they have implemented Real ID, I know that it does not replace TSA Precheck. But again, at some of these smaller airports, if you have Real ID, they'll tell you, oh, you don't need to take off your shoes. You don't need to take your laptop out. Just go through. And I'm like, well, what if I had paid for TSA Precheck? What's the point now that I have Real ID? So again, things are changing, guys. It's been very interesting with the administration. Recently, the TSA lines are long because of the government shutdown. As I mentioned, a lot of these workers, please be patient with the ones who are showing up to work because they aren't getting paid. This is a serious issue. TSA and global entry are great for frequent flyers, but it's not the only way to travel. Please do not feel that you are doing travel wrong if you do not have these. I don't. And I consider myself to be well traveled. Hey. When I was thinking of my why for the channel, it was basically teaching you guys how to travel smarter, how to travel better. Sometimes I just feel I don't know. I don't want to be gatekeeping on this channel. I'm just telling you how I think, what my thought process is when I am traveling. If some new major travel trend, am I going to follow the hive mind, or am I going to do what I think Jet Setter Janelle would be wise to do? When you're going to combine a small home airport with free tools like mobile passport control and use the airport reservation systems for the major airports, the need for TSA Precheck and global entry, it pretty much disappears. You're getting 80-90% of those benefits without paying. Y'all know this is a budget channel. Now, again, I do not want to discredit those who have bought it. I know some people are upset because, now they're just like, what was the point of it all? I do understand your frustrations, especially if you are flying internationally all the time from major hubs. But again, it's not the only way to travel. Please let me know what you guys think about this. Am I wrong for not having TSA Precheck or global entry? Am I missing out? And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you guys taking the time from your day to watch my videos. We're about to celebrate. We're about to hit 1K. I'm thinking about doing a Q&A, maybe a get ready with me to show you guys how I do my videos. It's going to be really fun. I'm going to see you in the next video.